Hello students, welcome back to the session number 5 on the chapter rational numbers. Children, today we are going to learn the meaning of fractions, in fact what you have learnt in your class 7 standard. Then we will see what are the examples and non-examples for fractions. Later we will learn what is the need of rational numbers. Then finally, we will conclude by comparing fractions and rational numbers. So, children, first let us get into the meaning of fractions. Fractions, you learnt fraction as part of the whole. What is the meaning of the whole? Whole means complete, full. So, part of the full, part of the complete, part of the whole means it is a portion. In one full, some portion is called as fraction. So, this is the definition you have learnt in your lower classes. Children, you learnt in your 7th standard better definition for the fractions. The definition that you have learnt apart from this part of the whole in your lower class, what you have learnt? You learned that fraction is a number of the form a by b, where a and b, that is numerator as well as denominator, both are natural numbers. You learn this definition here, very important. They supposed to be, both a and b are supposed to be natural numbers. Children, examples for fractions I gave you: half, 3 by 4 and 10 by 17 and so on. Try to understand what is the meaning of this half. Children, part of the whole. I will explain with the help of this example. Half, 1 by 2 or half. Suppose you have one full which is divided into two equal parts. Now, in this one full which is divided into two equal parts, very important, two equal parts. If you consider any one, that one part out of two equal parts made. So, one part out of two equal parts made represents half. It represents half. Here numerator is telling us how many parts are taken. How many parts are taken. Denominator tells us how many equal parts are made in that one full. That is how it is part of the whole. So, let us take now the example of 3 by 4. Now, I have one full in which I am trying to make 4 equal parts. How I made 4 equal parts? I made like a pizza. This is just like a pizza. I made into 4 equal pieces. Now, children, here if I take three parts taken out of 4 equal parts made. This is what this fraction 3/4 tells. Once again I am telling you, numerator of a fraction tells how many parts are taken, denominator tells us how many equal parts are made in that whole. This is the meaning of fraction. Once again, try to understand, you will get doubt, how could be this 17/10 a fraction? How will it be? Children, try to understand, here 10 equal parts are made, in that 17 am I taking, is your doubt, right? So, try to know here when I have numerator bigger than the denominator, then automatically one thing we have to remember, it is not one full, it is more than one full, which means in this case, children, now you see here this 17/10, which means automatically it is more than one full. Here we have in one full 10 equal parts are made. Along with that, there is another second full in which again 10 equal parts are made. We are taking 10 parts, that is 10 equal parts of one full completely. Along with that, in the second full, which is made into 10 equal parts, we will take 7 parts taken out of 10 equal parts made. So, this is the meaning of 17/10. Whenever we have the numerator greater than the denominator in a fraction, then it means it is not one full, it is more than one full. Children, such fractions are called improper fractions. Then, now let us see another example which I gave, 10/17. In this 10/17, remember how many parts are we making? How many equal parts are we making? Denominator is telling us that. We made 17 equal parts. We are making 17 equal parts. In them, we are taking 10 parts. We are taking 10 parts out of 17 equal parts made are taken. Okay. So, taken 10 parts out of 17 equal parts made gives us the fraction 10/17, where the numerator is less than the denominator. Such fractions are called proper fractions. So, children, try to know the meaning of proper fractions, improper fractions. Then we will go for summing it up by telling non-examples. Children, what are the non-examples? You know that fraction is a number made by natural numbers. So, to form to form a fraction, we require natural numbers, right? Now, the question arises, is 0 a fraction? It is a big question mark for us. Is 0 a fraction for us or not? Let us think. Children, 0, if I write it in the form of 0.1, both numerator and denominator, are they natural numbers or not? We have to check. 0 is not a natural number. So, obviously, it cannot help us in forming a fraction as per the definition. Therefore, 0 is not a fraction. 0 is not a fraction. Next, is minus 7/8 a fraction? No. Why? Because minus 7 is an integer, not a natural number. Therefore, it is also not a fraction. So, children, we will sum it up by telling 0 is not a fraction and all the negative numbers are not fractions. Fractions are little more than 0. So, whatever the positive number which is little more than 0 are fractions. In that, numbers lying between 0 and 1 are proper fractions, numbers more than or equal to 1 are improper fractions. More than or equal to 1 are improper fractions. 1 is also fraction, but it is improper fraction. Okay. So, now we will go for need for rational numbers. Hello children, now we will look into the need of rational numbers. Try to observe here. I have given some of the simple equations. In these simple equations, we will come to know what is the need of rational numbers. Children, in this first simple equation, when you solve for the variable, means when you wanted to find the value of a variable, then we solve it by taking one side of the equality variable, rest of the numbers we will send the other side. You know how to solve a simple equation, you learnt in your 6th class as well as 7th standard. Now, when you solve for the value of a variable, it gives certain numbers. Here in this case, value of the variable x, which is also called as solution of this equation, is 11. Try to understand what type of number it is. It is a natural number. So, we require natural numbers as part of the solutions of simple equations. Similarly, when I go for solving this simple equation, I will get the value of variable y being minus 3. You know, it tells us we need negative integers. Integer, it is negative. So, there is a need for integers now. When I solve for this equation, when I solve for the value of a variable in this equation, third example, k is equal to, and obviously it gives us 2.5 or 5/2, which is again fraction. So, here we require fractions as a part of the solutions of simple equations. Similarly, in fourth example, when you solve for the value of the variable n, in this case you will find something like need of the rational numbers. Here minus 7/3 is neither a fraction nor come under integers or whole numbers or natural numbers. There the need of rational numbers arised as a part of the solutions of some of the simple equations. That is how mathematicians have realized the extension of number system from fractions to the next level rational numbers. So, with this I sum it up, rational numbers are going to act as part of the solutions. Thank you. Ha children, now we will finally sum it up by comparing fractions with the rational numbers. Children, you know the meaning of fractions? Fraction is a number of the form a by b where both numerator a and b are natural numbers. Examples for fractions, non-examples for fractions. Then, you know the meaning of rational numbers from the previous sessions you learnt. Rational number is a number of the form p by q where p and q are integers. This is important here. Now, examples for rational numbers. Try to observe examples of rational numbers and see, do we have any fractions in them? 4 by 5, it is a fraction as well as the rational number, because all the natural numbers are part of the integers, but vice versa is not true. Similarly, here I have 4 by 5 being fraction as well as rational number. Similarly, minus 2 by 5 is the only rational number but not a fraction. Minus 56, it is an integer as well as it is a rational number but not a fraction. 0, 0 is whole number as a part of integer also, as a part of rational number also, but not fraction. 107, 107 is a natural number, therefore, it is a part of the whole numbers, integers, rational numbers as well as fraction. Minus 7 by 3, obviously not a fraction. 1.25, which in turn can be written as 125 upon 100, after simplification 5 by 4, it is again obviously a fraction. Now, we will sum it up by telling all the fractions are rational numbers, all the fractions are rational numbers, but all the rational numbers need not be fractions. Okay? So, all the rational numbers need not be fractions. Then, non-examples for rational numbers you have already learnt are decimal number whose decimal places do not end as well as do not repeat. So, such numbers are non-examples for rational numbers, or they are not rational numbers, or they are specially called as irrational numbers. So, irrational numbers you will be learning in your class 9 standard. So, with this comparison I will try to sum it up this class. You know meaning of fractions today, you learned that, you learned need of rational numbers you learned, later you learnt the comparison between fractions and rational numbers. You write down all these things in your notebook, and tomorrow we will be learning, which means next session we will be learning how these rational numbers can be subdivided into various types of numbers, and we will be comparing all the numbers with the help of rational numbers as a tree diagram, as a Venn diagram in our next session, and later we will go for properties of rational numbers. Thank you, children.